Hello everyone. Thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time you upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. A man has been arrested for allegedly stabbing his wife of 20 years to death. It was gathered that the Ogun State Police in Nigeria have arrested the 48 years old Sobola Olatunji, a staff of the Remo North Local government, for allegedly stabbing his wife, who is 38 years old, to death on mere suspicion of infidelity. It was said that Mr. Olatunji was arrested following a complaint by the father of the deceased, Alhaji Yunusa, who reported to the Owode Egba Divisional Headquarters that his son-in-law, Olatunji, had a misunderstanding with his wife, Sobola, which led to a physical fight between them. He further said that in the process, Olatunji took a knife and stabbed his wife at the back. Oh, that is really sad to know that the man could even think of something like this in the first place. It is very, very terrible. Also, upon interrogation, it was said that the suspect, who claimed to have married the deceased for 20 years, alleged that he suspected his wife to have been having extramarital relationship because of the text messages he saw on her phone. He stated further that it was when he challenged his late wife about his suspicions that fights broke out between them, which eventually led to the death of the mother of three. And the corpse of the deceased has been deposited at the Olabisi Onabanjo University Teaching Hospital for autopsy. It was added that the Commissioner of Police, Ajegun, has ordered the immediate transfer of the case to the Homicide Section of the State Criminal Investigation and the Intelligence Department for further prosecution and investigation. You can just imagine what a man would do. And Mr. Olatunji was promptly arrested and the victim was quickly rushed to the hospital for treatment. But while the treatment was going on, she gave up her ghost. This is terrible. And his wife's name is Momudat. That was how this lady, you can see, that's the lady there that you can see that has now been described as corpse, no more a living person. It's so terrible. This is a beautiful woman that this man had to take her own life within this short period of time. It's so heartbreaking. I don't know why now it's just so much that people are out there. If someone does wrong to you, the next thing you think of is to kill. And this attack was just carried out on Saturday, February 13th, 2021. A day to Valentine, when he was supposed to be thinking of how to celebrate Valentine with his wife. All he had on mind was how to attack or avenge whatever he was suspecting of this particular wife he had married. And they have 3 kids together. It's so heartbreaking. Right now, her parents, her family is now mourning her death. Once you suspect someone, I think the best thing to do, call family members. That's the first you will do. Whether the man or the woman, whoever suspects any of his or her spouse, once you have gotten evidence, the first thing is be sure of what you are saying so that you don't accuse anyone falsely. If you make your verifications and your findings and it's observed that, all right, what you're saying is true, then report to family members. Show them proof, evidence, so that it will look like you're lying against their daughter. This is what I think he should have done. Then I think from there, no parent would encourage their daughter to cheat on their husband. I don't think any parent would do that. From there, they may try to see how they can resolve it. They may make findings from the woman. And if it is true, then they will now find out why she is doing it. I'm sure if these allegations against this late woman was true, there must be a reason for her to go outside, which she is not justified. There is no reason that justify any man or a woman to cheat on their spouse. But then she would have something to say, definitely. And from there, they would know what next step to take. Rather than taking the laws into your hands. And in a situation where the family members are not ready to listen to you, you have your church leaders. You have your various religious leaders. You call them, contact them, get them involved. When you have serious issues like this in the marriage, which can be solved just between the couple, you need to get a third party involved. That third party should not just be a random friend, because some friends may be biased and then they would not handle it properly. You go to people that are specialized in acts like this, either counseling, or you meet a therapist, or most importantly, you go to organizations. There are certain organizations that help resolve issues like this. And you could go to this extent where the family members are not listening to you, or when your religious leaders, no one is ready to help you out. Then you go to all these organizations. They are there to help you resolve marital issues like this. He had a lot of options, but he misused his options and decided to go for one deadly option, which is to take his wife's life. No matter how much pain you feel inside, the worst thing for you to do as a human being is to take the life of your fellow human being. If you've noticed, have a recount flashback. A lot of people have resolved into going into the act of killing their fellow human being to get their issues resolved, or committing suicide. Why is the rate of death increasing by the hands of your fellow human being? That is what has been happening of late. Do people take pleasure in killing? Is killing now a job? Is it now a thing of fun? Is it now a way of lifestyle? Because it's somehow confusing when you ask yourself, how can you watch yourself kill your fellow human being? How do you feel doing that? How do you feel carrying that kind of an act? Especially somebody you've lived with for years, someone you've stayed with, and you see yourself killing that same person. What goes to your mind? What's running in your head? And even afterwards, how do you feel? Do you feel good? Do you feel contented? Do you feel satisfied? Do you feel happy? These are the questions that will come up when you see someone carry out an act like this. Some people see human lives like they are worthless. They are not worth anything. And then you kill human beings like you are killing something that is lifeless, or something that doesn't have a meaning. And it's so painful when you see couples that have stayed together for years and then they decide to take their own lives, or one of the parties decide to take the other person's life. There is no justification for Mr. Olatunji carrying out an act like this. Killing your fellow human being is a no-no. It's never a solution. On the other hand, you'll be asking, did he even think about his kids? Or was he just thinking about his own self, his happiness? I think in situations like this, put other things into consideration. What will happen to your kids? How would your kids feel? And how would your kids look at you as the person who murdered their own mother? These are the things you should always put into consideration, and ask yourself again, what if you're caught in the act? What happens to you? Or even if you're not caught in the act and the cops catch up with you, what happens to you? That's the rest of your life in jail, or a very long time in jail. Then you no longer have access to your kids anymore. That's what is going to happen to Mr. Olatunji. Having full access of his kids while in jail, except they decide to come visiting him, that's the only time he would have with his own kids. And is that the best way to groom your kids? This man had a whole lot of opportunity right in front of him to resolve this issue, but he decided to take the laws into his hands out of anger. Please, people should learn to control themselves in the heat of anger. Don't take decisions like this. That's what happens to a lot of people that kill their fellow human beings, their wife or their husband. They will say they were really angry. Why let your anger control you? Why let your anger dictate for you? You should be the dictator and not the anger dictating for you. Once you allow your anger to dictate for you, that's when you see yourself doing things that you can't even imagine on a normal day you would see yourself doing. Some of these people that kill their wives or their husbands, when you meet them later, they'll be like, I didn't know what came over me. I didn't even know what I was doing until I have completed what I did. It's like a spirit will just control that person, and the person sees himself or herself in the act of killing. But these are premeditated plans, because the heart of the man is desperately wicked. Out of the heart the mouth speaketh. Because once you've conceived something in your heart, you spill it out. He must have had thoughts like this. Otherwise, why pick up a knife in the first place with your wife, who is even a woman? It's not like you're facing your fellow man that would defend himself. This is a woman, your wife, whom you know that she won't be able to defend herself. She's not as strong as you are. Why pick up a knife in the first place? And right now, he's actually found guilty, because the knife, everything, he was caught up in the act. So it's just so painful that he had to take the life of his wife. No matter what she has done, death was not the option for him at all. She didn't deserve to die. Neither was her actions. That is, if it is true that she was actually having a secret affair, then she didn't deserve to die. People have done worse things. Their spouse have forgiven them, they reconciled, and they moved on, and their spouse never went back again to that lifestyle. Sometimes when you confront people with issues and people talk about it, some cases you resolve it and the person would apologize and regret his or her actions and have a U-turn. In some cases, it's difficult for the person to change. And in some situations, that's when you involve your family, involve other people necessary to get issues like this resolved. Please, friends, don't take the laws into your hands. Taking someone else's life should never be an option in your mind at all. These are wrong steps that people take, and they end up destroying their lives, destroying their families. Please, for those of you cheating on your husbands, women, please be contented with the man you have in your house. If you have issues with your husband, you are not contented with him, or there are certain things that are going on that is not right, talk to him about it. If talking to him about it is not working, then you involve your family members. Honestly, I think it gets to a point where you just have to involve your family members so you don't take the laws into your hands. Because out of anger, that's when you see people killing their spouse. You could go to your church leaders, go to your religious leaders, make the complaint. If your husband is not willing to change, complain to them. Just seek for help. Go for counseling, or you see therapies. Seek for help to bring your marriage in order. That is the best way to handle issues. And for men, please, it goes both ways. No need for you to cheat on your spouse. If there are certain things that your spouse is lacking or that she is doing you don't like, talk to her about it. Except when she's adamant, she's not willing to change, Then you involve family members. And when family members don't want to listen, or they are being one-sided, and you know that you're actually speaking the truth and you have your facts, then you go to your church leaders or your religious leaders, or you go seek counseling or meet a therapist. There are ways to resolve family conflicts. Except both of you have made up your minds, then it's a different thing. But please don't kill anybody. Don't kill your spouse. Nobody is worth you getting yourself involved with a horrible act like this and putting yourself in jail for the rest of your life. No man or woman is worth you getting your hands stained with blood. Just seek for a way to resolve those family issues. Families have issues. A lot of people have their own issues in their home. But like I was saying, how well you handle your own issue matter a whole lot. Killing your fellow human being, please, should not be an option. That should not even come to your mind at all. Just think of right and better way to resolve your family conflicts. Please don't take the laws into your hands. Don't stain your hands with blood, and ensure that you think before you act. Most times people take actions out of anger, and then you see yourself killing your fellow human being, killing your wife or killing your husband. Spouse, please be honest with each other, both the man and the woman. Be transparent. At the point, some people, at some point when they know that they are trying to cheat on their husband or their wife, some people even open up and tell the husband or tell their wives, look at how I'm feeling, look at what's happening. And then they will see how to help each other. That is how it should be. And please, there is no justification for cheating on your spouse. No matter how horrible you think your spouse is, don't cheat on that person. Try to see how you people can resolve the issue. There are better ways of resolving issues than cheating and than killing yourselves. Please, it's not worth it at all. Let's learn to pause in that anger. Pause before you act. Think before you act. Friends, what do you all think about this? Please, whatever you have to say, you could put that down at the comment section. Thank you for coming up today. Please don't forget to hit the like button and the notification bell. Please do subscribe so you get notified each time we upload a new video. You have been trying to see what it entails or what you need to start. That's why I'm here today, to give you the easy way for you to get this done. Not just the easy, but the best method, and also to give you or to talk about the best teacher who will give you all that is required for you to start up your own YouTube channel. This is a teacher. He is really successful with his YouTube, and he has been a teacher for so long now. Teacher is Matt Pa. He's going to give you a step-by-step method on how to start up your own YouTube channel. No stone unturned. Every step of the way, he's going to lead you through it. You have links that you can actually reach out to him and communicate with him directly. That's Matt Pa there. You can see the huge successes he has made in YouTube. You can see his silver, you can see the gold, you can also see his revenue that he's actually making on YouTube, which is very huge. He's going to give you a YouTube step-by-step tube mastery class, every step of the way, from the beginning of the opening of the channel to how you can start up and put up your videos. He is leaving no stone unturned, like I said. So for those that are seeking for how to start up their own YouTube channel, this is the easiest and the fastest way for you to have access to this particular teacher who is honest and straightforward, and you will enjoy every bit of the class, and you will have lots of gain. At the end of your class, you will have lots to hold on to and to start up your own YouTube channel. It's going to be like an ABC class starting from the scratch. So please, for those of you that are interested in starting up your own YouTube channel, Matpa, he is the teacher and you will have direct access to him. I'm dropping the link below. So please, you just click on that link and you will have access to Matpa's class. He is going to give you the whole content of YouTube and all that it takes for you to be successful in YouTube and how to start YouTube from the scratch. Like I said, and I'm going to repeat, he's leaving no stone unturned. And it's so interesting that if you have any kind of complaint, no matter the time you have this complaint or you are confused about anything, you can communicate directly to him and he will give you a response as soon as he gets your question or as soon as he gets your mail or anything you're trying to confirm from him. He is quick at responding and he will give you the right answers. And even if you go elsewhere to search, you find out that what he is saying is actually true. He wouldn't mislead you. So please, for those of you that want to start your own YouTube channel from the scratch and see how you can be successful on YouTube, please go to this link, click on the link below. So you'll have access to the teacher. That's the teacher there you can see and see his success. You can go through that and then you click on the link so that you can have direct access to Matpa himself. This teacher, you will enjoy and enjoy every bit of the classes that he's going to give to you. So friends, do not forget to click the link below so you have access to Matpa's Tube Mastery class and he will give you the best teaching for YouTube you would really need to start your own channel. Friends, thank you for coming up today. Please, for those that have not subscribed, click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you once again and God bless you all.